ईशावास्यमिदगं सर्वम् यत्किञ्च जगत्यां जगत् तेन त्यक्तेन भुञ्जीथाः मा कृदः कस्य स्विद्धनम् कास्यपान्वयसञ्जातम् नारायणपदाश्रितम् श्रीमन्नारायणं वन्दे यतीश्वरश्रियायुषम् ॐ अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः। जय श्रीमन्नारायण।
Raghav, it looks like there might be some of us waiting in the waiting room. If this meeting is locked, can you check?
Are you able to see anyone waiting in the room, Raghav Garu or Raj?
Yeah, somebody has WhatsApp. Bhaskar
Okay.
is helping them, but just make sure there's no lock on the meeting.
Okay.
Sometimes
Because-
Zoom meetings lock up.
Yeah, because just want to make sure they did not join our
Classes.
regular class meeting, because
Yes.
that may show them, the same message if they join there.
Bhaskar is helping
I
them.
said the correct one.
Okay.
Okay. So our Raji, maybe since you are an admin, if anyone is waiting in the lobby, you would come to know. In case, ideally,
They could log in, Andy, now, so we can proceed.
Yeah, I don't see anyone in the lobby. I don't see.
okay, probably not. That's okay. Move on. Yeah.
Good. Okay. Okay. Welcome everyone. So here we have an agenda for today. So we first see basically what is Prajna, what is the Prajna all about, what our kids going to learn this year, and what would be the outcome after they complete the Prajna. What is the mission and vision of Prajna? So we will see that first, and we will see what is the class timings we have for this year for all Prajna modules, for language classes, for math classes. So what is the timing schedule we have for this whole year? And we also see the calendar. So a year-long plan, when the classes, what are the dates that the class is scheduled, and when we have holiday for the classes. So all those details, we have a complete calendar for the whole year. And this is the important part in our agenda, is meet and greet teachers. So where our teachers will introduce themselves, and as well as we will display the student's name along with their modules. So if any of your parent don't see student name in the list, please let us know. And this year we have introduced a new course. It's advanced level of Bhagavad Gita. So this is life management in Bhagavad Gita. So how to apply Bhagavad Gita in our life, daily life. So this is advanced Bhagavad Gita, especially for youth. The focus is more on youth. So we will see what is about, and how it's going to be planned for this year, this entire syllabus. So we will see about that. And we want to highlight math classes, because this year we also introduced an advanced SAT level math as well. So we want to discuss in detail about what is the math classes this year being offered along with Prajna classes. And unlike all other years, so this year is going to be completely online class for the whole Prajna year. So we have defined some of the online class etiquettes. It's not the same way how the Prajna was previously. So we have defined what we are expecting from students, for online class, as well as we have defined what we are expecting from parents as well. So we are going to go through that. And we have a very good tool called Prajna for Me. So uh, which is a kind of complete tool which can see the end-to-end communication, what is the syllabus, how much it's been progress so far, what is the attendance, everything will be, it's a one tool that have um, a full complete end-to-end for the coordinators, for the teachers, for the pregnant parents, for everyone. So we will have a small quick demo, how you can send a communication, how you can see the history of the communication by logging into Prajna for Me. And we will have Bhakti Nivedana, a magazine that comes every month from JTUSA. So we encourage our kids, to subscribe to the Bhakti Nivedana, and that really helpful for them, to learn along with Prajna what they are learning here in Prajna syllabus. And we have a VT Seva sister organization of JTUSA, especially focused on social service. So we will see what is VT Seva about. And we have a question session separately where we can take questions from parents and students as well. And last but not least, this is the very most important agenda for today. So after this meeting, so this URL, whatever you have joined today, it will be only 1 day meeting. So what from next week onwards, you will be having each Prajna module meeting room, which means there will be a different URL for you to join the meeting. Okay, so based on your module, you have to pick that particular URL. You have to join from next week onwards. That's going to be the standard URL for the whole year. So after this meeting today, okay, right after this session, so we want all students and parents can help them to join directly to the um, meeting room, whichever your module belongs to. Okay, so our teachers will be readily, joining into that meeting room. So just to have a dry run today, we want to make sure we don't have any problem for next week when we start our classes. All right. Okay. So here's the important thing. What is Prajna? So the word Prajna, it's not a kind of common term which widely used. It's a Sanskrit word Prajna, so which actually means the ability to turn a good knowledge into action. Okay, so it's not just a knowledge; it's about the good knowledge. So which means um, the it, the knowledge that can have a commendable traditions, practices, and which can inbuilt, create their ability to think, to apply, and in terms of spirit as well as the regular practice life. So this is what the focus on Prajna. Um, so we teach not just a Vedic education. It's along with personality development as well. So when they learn uh, the spirit, when they learn the Vedic education, it's not just the knowledge that they gain. It's about how they can live, how good they can serve for the society. Okay, how they can manage themselves. So all these, it's a kind of collectively uh, program where we have prescribed specific syllabus, a standard syllabus for each module, and our kids will progress through every year each module, and as they progress to every year, so the module and the subjects what they have is it's again year by year it gets advanced, and it will be helpful based on their age as well. It's keeping in mind the age of the students belongs to that module. Keeping that in mind, the syllabus is being syllabized, exclusively designed in a way that it will be helpful for them. And here we have the mission and vision of Prajna. So the mission is, of course, the what is about the Prajna. That's what the mission is also. So to bring a commendable knowledge to our students. Okay, and the vision is to spread the moral values. It's not just they gain the knowledge. It's not that, they've been knowledgeable. It's about, how effectively they are using those knowledge, to have a moral values, and also how they can practice our cultural heritage. So this is the main goal of Prajna. And what do they learn in Prajna program is our Vedic culture, heritage, what is the customs, and how good we are practicing, and what is the festivals we have, as part of, our culture. And also it will be developing the leadership skills, management skills, and how good they can, serve to society, how good they can be for, society, and how good they can serve for society. Okay, how much they can take care of the nature, how much they can take care of, other living beings. So all these, they will be learning for the entire year. So this is what about the Prajna. So any questions from parents or students on this? All right, I will move on to the next topic in our agenda. Okay, here we have the Sunday class schedule. So our Sunday class starts from 9 and the entire class closes at 1:30. So 9 to 10, 1 hour, it's going to be our math class as well as the language classes. If you are subscribed for Telugu, it's going to be Telugu class. And we have Math Olympiad 1. We have SAT exam prep. We have SAT foundation. We will see what is about those math classes. So we have a separate topic to discuss what is this math class about. And after 10, okay, if there are some students who subscribe for the math classes as well as the Prajna modules. So those kids will have a 15 minutes break, as well as for teachers. We have some teachers who teach math class as well as the Prajna modules. So there will be a break for students and teachers, 15 minutes between 10 and 10:15. And our Prajna classes is expected, it will start at 10:15, and we want all students to be on time. Okay, since it's an online class, please don't, show up late. So just be on time, with prepared, with all the books handy, beside you. So this is going to be at 10:15, and this class ends at 11:45 a.m. Okay, and again we have a 15 minutes break between 11:45 and 12. And exactly at 12, we have Math Olympiad level 2 and as well as adult Prajna classes. And we close our Sunday class by 1:30. And all these timings is Eastern time again. All right. So here we have Prajna calendar, which have the entire year calendar. So whatever the dates we have holidays for the Sundays. So we have listed here. Let me minimize the screen. Okay. So we have listed here. So so these are the long weekends which we have listed, and those long weekends we will not have our Sunday class. Okay, so any long weekends that not listed here, we will have our Sunday classes. And also we have some festivals and JET programs which conduct in JET Pittsburgh. So those festivals and those programs we have listed, and if it's on Sunday, then we're not going to have a class. Instead of that, we will be having our JET program on that day. And our class, of course, starting today, and we will be closing our Prajna class for this year by May 23rd. So that will be our last class, and that is the day we will have our Parents Appreciation Day. So that's how we regularly close our class. So the last day of the class will be Parents Appreciation Day, which will be, an appreciation for the parents for supporting us for the whole year for Prajna. Okay, so here is the important session we have for today. So this is going to be our teacher interaction, and it's going to be our teacher introduction and we have our students listed for each module. So each module teacher will talk about what is that module and what they're going to teach, and teacher will introduce themselves as well. And for any reason, if you don't see a student name in the list, please let us know. Please feel free, to interrupt us, and we will take a note. There may be some technical glitch, name might be missed, but please let us know if a name is not listed here. And do we have Sunil Karu in the call?
Jai Shrimanarayana, I am
Jai
available.
Shrimanarayana, Sunil Karu. Can you please introduce and can you please let us know what is this module 1 about?
Sure. Jai Shrimanarayana, Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Good morning, everyone. My name is Sunil Lanka, and I will be teaching the module 1 this year. So I have been introduced to Prajna last year. My son has did module 1 basic last year. It has been a good spiritual journey with all different aspects and modules of Prajna, and the guidance I got from Raghavaji especially and all other teachers. It really helped me in my personal as well as day-to-day life. So I decided to volunteer myself to teach and engage with all the young kids who are starting Prajna this year. According to me, that module 1 is the very basic that we introduce to young kids to help them go beyond in next years. So it's been a privilege for me. For module 1, we will be learning the basic slokas and introduce slokas to the children, and we will be discussing and reading about the different stories regarding the festivals we generally celebrate in our Hindu mythology. Looking forward to work with all the kids, and thanks for Raghava Garu and other Prajna team for giving me this opportunity. Jai Shrimanarayana.
Thank you so much, Sunil Karu. So here we have 3 kids for module 1, and I want to highlight this. So student is to teachers ratio. Okay, it's not going to be more than 8 students per teacher. So that's how we have designed. So we want to have more focus on the detailed learning for students. That's what the Prajna is. So that's the reason why we have only 8 students at the max. There won't be more than 8 students per teacher. So that's how we have designed our modules and sections. And here, unlike other year, you will see here section A and section B, because the way how till last year our Prajna modules are designed is each module our kids will have 2 years, so which will be a basic first year, so where we will cover up first half of the syllabus, and when they progress the next year, that going to be um, advanced level where it will be second half of the syllabus. But this year we have changed how we progress through the syllabus. So we are covering one whole syllabus per year, which means one module per year. So we have a section A who actually new to that modules, and section B who have covered off of the syllabus last year as basic, and whoever is progress today, this year as advanced, they will be in section B, which means the seniors of the module 1 will be in section B, the seniors of the module 2 will be section B. So all the new students will be section A. So you have to make sure which section your kids belongs to, and you have to use that URL to join the meeting. And also you will be getting a communication, and the communication will be common for module 1. That's how the tool is being designed. So the communication will be common for module 1. So but the subject will say which section the communication belongs to. So when you receive an email, please make sure you are verifying the subject line in the email to make sure the communication is belongs to your particular section. So any questions on this so far?
Hi,
Sorry, Andy, I'm not breaking. I did not got you clearly.
my name is Pinakin. My son Darsh has joined for section 1, I think. He is a first year student for this, so his name is not there.
Yeah, maybe he may be on the second slide.
Sure.
Yeah,
Thank
so
you.
we
Yeah.
for some kids we have so Dash is not even here. So we will see and we'll go through all the modules. We see, if your kid name is listed. If not, we'll make a note and we will see if we will contact you later.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Anand. So here we have module 1, section B. So module 1, section B teacher is Srimati Lakshmi Garu. Lakshmi Garu, can you introduce yourself, Andy?
Jai Sri Manarayana to all of you, Andy. My name is Sujata Samantpudi, and it's my pleasure to be part of this organization since last year. Last year, me and Pavni Garu taught module 1, and this year I'm teaching this module 2, and the module 2 is a continuation of module 1. But the first, I think, 1 or 2 classes will revise all the module 1 slokas, and then we'll start doing the module 2, and we'll learn new slokas in the module 2. And it's a pleasure to be in this organization, and thank you for giving me this opportunity and to learn. And I think we'll enjoy and with the kids.
Thank you, Andy. Okay, here we have module 2, section A. So whoever kids complete module 1 at once last year, so they will be in module 2 this year.
Just Venkatesh, just additional point.
Mhm.
Along with Sujata Garu, Madhavi Daita, she's also going to pair up with Sujata Garu, and we didn't and we forgot to put her into the list here. But if at all Madhavi Garu is on the call, she can also introduce herself.
Hi, Raghu Garu, Jai Sri Manarayana. So I would be pairing. This is going to be the first year because I taught them Telugu basics last year. So as such, the modules are concerned, this is going to be the first year. So I'll be helping Sujata wherever she's needed. So I'll be online continuously with Sujata and helping her. So we'll work together on that. So it's very great to have Prajna family as one of the volunteers. So I look forward for the learning experience even with the kids. Jai Sri Manarayana.
Thank you, Madhavi Garu. Jai Shri Manarayana.
ஒரு நிமிஷம் என்ன சொல்லு
So now we have module 2, section A. So whoever complete module 1 at once, those students will be in module 2. And we have Shriman Ranga Garu, who's taking care of module 2, section A. Ranga Garu, can you introduce yourself, Andy?
Sure. Jai Sri Manarayana to all parents. My family have been with Prajna for more than 4 years, and my 2 sons are attending for last 3 years Prajna. And I have been working as a teacher in Prajna for last more than 2 years. So the teaching is one of my passion. So, but especially on the Prajna, I consider this as a personality development and teaching the healthy life habits to our kids. So I'm seeing very good feedback and improvements in my kids. They're attending for more than 3 years. And this year I'm going to work with this like 7 kids as part of module 2. We are going to focus on twilight prayers. So module 2 is the continuation of the Prajna journey for the kids who started module 1. Module 1 is we just plant the seeds, and module 2 is help that plant seed turning into a small plant grow. So this module 2 is mostly we focus on the early morning prayers like Haryashtakam, Krishnastakam, Panchayati Stotram, Gajendra Mokshanam, how to eliminate bad dreams, how to develop beautify our thoughts, these things. In addition to the twilight prayers, we are going to talk about the stories about Matru Devo Bhava and Pitru Devo Bhava. So as we have a saying, God created parents because he cannot be with us every time. So even parents are equal to gods. So all kids should respect their parents. So we talk about a few stories from our Vedas, like a Garuda and Lord Sri Rama in this story. So thank you again for giving me this opportunity to work with your kids this year. Jai Shri Narayana.
Jai Shri Narayana Ranga. Thank you so much for explaining the module 2 syllabus as well. So Dash Kakkad, here we have listed name for module 2.
He is in module 2, yeah.
Yes. Okay, so we have shuffled the new joinees based on their age, because we don't want higher age people to be in the module 1. That's the reason why we have moved him to module 2.
Sure. Thank you very much.
Yeah, okay. Please make a note, Andy. So it's module 2, section A.
Yeah.
Sorry, Raghav garu.
Yeah, no, that's okay. For all, some of the folks who joined just this year, based on their age group, we kind of promoted them into the next module, but not at the cost of the learning aspect of the prior modules, which means the kids who are promoted to the next level because of their age group, we have a plan to conduct exclusive session, whatever is required from the module 1, so that they don't miss the connectivity from one module to other module. So again, just for for new parents here who is on the call, for their benefit, we have been coining a word called module a lot here. It may get confused, especially for new folks. Module is nothing but it's a curriculum for full 1 year. And Prajna is a progressive curriculum based on the age group. But at the same time, if somebody joins in module 2 or 3, unless they acquire some level of knowledge in module 1, they may not able to get a full advantage of the value of the course. So that's the reason this year we will conduct a separate session for such students, so that they, for example, learning sloka, we talk about it a lot, right? The pronunciation part, and that module 1 is a foundation to learn the real pronunciation. And other modules have their own set of features to learn, but module 1 is really critical for students as well as parents too. Okay. So in case if you don't see name on the list by any chance, or not in the right list, you can contact Sriman Raj here. He and along with Venkatesh actually spent good amount of time to review each individual teacher skills, each individual student skills, and they come up with this plan. I'll take a break for now. We can take any questions at the end of the session, end of the presentation.
Thanks, Rahul. Chipin Jai Shri Narayana.
My name is
Sorry, you are breaking and we are not able to hear you clearly.
No, the audio is not clear from you.
Okay, so maybe we have a exclusive question session, and maybe that time if you can.
Yeah, post your question in the chat. That's okay.
Yeah, we can. Okay. Thank you. So now we have module 2, section B, the senior students of module 2. So we have Sriman Bhaskar Garu, teacher for module 2. Bhaskar Garu, can you please introduce yourself?
Yeah, Jai Shri Narayana. As you know, most of you know, I'm teaching Prajna, I think about 8 years. I taught mostly all from module 1 to module 3. So last year I taught module 3 advanced. So this year I'm teaching module 2 advanced and Math Olympiad basic also. So very excited to see these kids. I have 6 kids. So see you then. Thank you.
Thanks,
Jai Shri
Pastor. Very well. Jai Shri Manarayan. So I'll move to the next module now. So here we have module 3. So our kids going to learn Hayagriva Stottam Acharya Deva Bhava. So this is going to be module 3, section A, and we have Srimati Radha Garu. So will be our teacher for module 3.
Jai Shri Manarayana, everybody. Welcome to my group, Siddharth, Dhanush, Varun, and Vijay. And so Dr. Raj Garu has created a WhatsApp group for all of you. And I saw Sri Karthik and Shri names also in this group. Let me check whether you guys are still there or not. Anyway, my name is Radha, and I've been with the Prajna team for the past 3 years, around 4 years. I'll be teaching both Telugu as well as the module 3. All the children who are new to module 3 will be coming to me. And then those who are have already completed at least half of the syllabus in module 3 will be going to the next, the section B, which is being taught by Shriman Jai and Shriman Srivatsa. And what I will be teaching in module 3 is, as all of you know, is Hayagriva Stotram. This stotram, I suggest that even the parents learn it, because I'm really excited to teach this, because the children, they develop a lot of speech and memory skills as well as debate skills when you sincerely learn this stotram. And I have personally experienced this, and people have already told me about this. And so if you can sincerely learn this entire stotram, which was penned by Sri Venkatanadhacharya, it's a very excellent stotram. And in addition, we'll be covering some stories related to Acharya Devo Bhava, how the importance of Guru in your life, and then about Sneha, how to make friendship. What are the subtle ways in which you can make and retain friendships all across the age spectrum, not just, the children of your classmates or anything, but with older people, how to behave, what are the things that you can do to maintain such relationships and in a very positive way, and use these in your day-to-day lives. Okay, I'm excited to be part of this team. Thank you, Raghav Garu, for giving me the opportunity. And Telugu, I'm sure that Ashwita will be continuing with me. So I'm also very excited to be part of the Telugu team. Thank you. Jai Shri Manarayana.
Thank you so much, Radhakara. So we have the list of kids' name for Telugu as well. We will be displaying that.
Okay.
Okay. So Radhakara, you have mentioned that not all the students listed here for our module. Is that?
Yeah, in the WhatsApp group that Rajgaru had created, I have Sri Karthik and also Shri Adepalli, the little girl. Oh, they have been.
They're actually Telugu for the Telugu classes. So so we have 4 students for module 2 section here.
Okay.
Okay, so I will move to the next module. So here, okay, here we have module 3, which will be a senior student of module 3 who were completed half of the syllabus last year. So they will be in module 3 section B. So comparing to other sections, this section actually we have more kids. So we have 13 students for section B, and we have 2 teachers. Keeping in mind of the count, so we have 2 teachers here, and I want to highlight here one of the teacher for us is actually an alumni of Prajna. So that is what we expect our kids to do. So it's not just about learning. So it's about giving back to the society what we learn. So we encourage our Prajna students to come and do volunteership in our organization. So I appreciate Srivatsa to start that for our chapter. So we have Srivatsa.
She's not on the call today.
Okay, no problem. Okay. So we have another teacher, Shriman Jay, so who will be along with Srivatsa for module 3, section B. Jay, can you please introduce yourself?
Sure, Ji. Jai Shri Manara to everyone. This is Jay Raman. I have been part of Prajna for about 3 years. And last year, especially, I was part of Module 2 Advanced team. And to start with, I would like to congratulate all the students of Module 2 Advanced, Varun, Vijay, Akhil, Tanush, Siddharth, Ishant, to memorize all the Module 2 Advanced slokas. And they were almost ready to even present it to all the parents and all the volunteers at the end of the Prajna session last year. But eventually we were into a virtual session. So we had a test at the end of the year. So all the kids were able to recite the slokas from their memory. Haryashtakam, Panchayata Stotram, Shlokatrayam, Gajendra Moksham, Paratvati Panjagam, and Paramartha Slokatvayam. So I would like to congratulate all the kids, and I hope that they still chant the slokas from their memory. And to step on this year, I'm so much excited to work with Module 3 kids on Haigriva Stotram and Acharya Deva Bhava. So thanks, Radhaji, for explaining the slokas. So I'm excited, and would also very much excited to learn about those slokas and their purport and meaning as well. Thank you so much for providing this opportunity, the Prajna committee.
Thank you so much, Jay. I think this teacher team is the youngest team for Module 3. I think we have young teachers for Module 3.
Yeah, even if it is like after 5 years, I will still be the youngest.
No, unless Srivatsa competes with you.
Yeah.
Okay. He is an alumni, so Jay is always our youngest teacher in the team.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, so I will move to the next module. Okay, so sorry, here we have the list of students who belongs to module 3. So just go through the list and let me know if a student's name, kid's name is not listed.
Hi, this is Sunita here. Can you hear me?
Yes.
My daughter I have registered her into this section B and also the SAT classes, the SAT Foundation.
Mm-hmm.
In the presentation, you have showed the class schedule that says the SAT Foundation is from 9 to 10, I think. And the link you put in the WhatsApp group, it's totally contradicts that timing. Okay. It says like 12 or 12 to 1 or something like that. Can you please send the proper schedule? Which one is the right one?
Yes. We can take care of that, Andy. Now, all the SAT classes will be from 9 to 10. You're right. You rightly called out. We'll make that update for you. But okay. But just a calendar time. But link is going to work without any problem if you log in at 9 o'clock.
Oh, there is a class going on now already?
No, not today. I think classes would start from next week.
Okay, thank you.
Today is more at the end of the class. Today is just more like introduction of students and teachers. They talk to each other. That's pretty much it for today after this orientation.
Yeah, that's right.
You're right. Thank you for that observation. Yeah, sure.
Okay. So I will move to the next module. So here we have module 4, Bhagavad Gita, chapter 1. So I will be a teacher for module 4. So unlike other modules, we're not going to have section A, section B, because this module has been designed in a way that each module they can complete within a year. So here our kids going to learn exclusively the Gita slokas, how to pronunciate. So this introduction about Bhagavad Gita, introduction about in what a scenario the Bhagavad Gita is being given by Lord Krishna. So they will have a basic introduction on that, and then they will be learning how to chant Bhagavad Gita properly. So that is the main goal for this module. So they exclusively learn chanting for the whole year. And we have a separate modules which actually make them to learn the meanings, the advanced meanings of Bhagavad Gita, and how they can practically they can applicable apply in the daily life. That's a separate module that will be advanced level of Bhagavad Gita. But for this chapter, for this module, it's going to be chapter 1, and they will be learning the chanting. We will be having an introduction on Mahabharata and what is about the chapter 1. But apart from that, it's going to be more of learning of the slokas chanting. I will move to the next module. Okay. So here we have module 5. So we have Srimati Srividya Garu, who will be teaching module 5. Srividya Garu, can you please introduce yourself?
Yeah. Jai Shriman Narayana. My name is Ramya or Shri Vidya. So I'm going to be the teacher for module 5 this year. In module 5, we are going to learn Bhagavad Gita shlokas from chapter 2. The expectation here is to memorize all the shlokas and recite with proper pronunciation. We will also be covering some of the meanings of the shlokas. I'm so glad that I got this opportunity to teach the Gita here. Thank you so much. Jai Shriman Narayana.
Thanks, Srividya Garu. Jai Shriman Narayana. Okay. So now we have the important topic for today. So this is about the new course we have introduced for our center, which is Advanced Bhagavad Gita, learning the meanings of Bhagavad Gita. So we have special trained teachers here for this program, and we have Raj Garu and Samata Garu, who's under trained for this particular program. Raj Garu, can you please talk about this program, Andy?
Yeah, this LMIG is being introduced this year, and Samata Garu will be the primary. So she can actually introduce and have the student list. She also has the student list, and she'll be starting this this year.
So
she's there? Yeah, she's here.
Yeah, okay. Samata Garu, can you please introduce, and also can you please explain us more about life management skill? What is this program about? What our students learn?
Sure. Jai Shriman Narayana. My name is Samata Gorapati. Can you hear me?
Yes, Andy.
Okay. So I've been teaching at the Sewickley Prajna Center for the last 4 years. This is my 5th year. I'm very honored to be part of Prajna organization, and it's a privilege to teach the kids. It's more an opportunity for us to learn through the kids. I think it's a journey. So when we say we teach the kids, I think it's more that we are also in this journey to learn along with the kids. And this year, under the guidance of Swamiji, Sri Chinajir Swamiji, there has been a core Prajna team that has come together during summer. And what they have, under the guidance of Swamiji, done is they wanted to introduce Bhagavad Gita, not just as slokas to our kids, which we are already doing. We have the module 4 and advanced and in the first chapter and second chapter that we have introduced last year. I think kids have learned. They wanted us to make sure for our future generations, we provide the wealth of knowledge that is shared within our scriptures, especially in Gita, to our future generations. So this is the work that has been put into these modules. It's immense. So the teacher training itself, so for the teachers that are supposed to teach this, we have spent, I want to say at least over the summer, 20-25 hours just training ourselves with the Jet Prajna core team. Raghu Garu is very much part of the team. They have introduced material for the first time. So they took the essence of Gita and they wanted to condense that so that we can use the essence of Gita to live our lives to its fullest extent. So the thought process with the life management in Gita, the course is we all have a purpose for our lives. And if we manage our life properly, we can attain that purpose. And Bhagavad Gita enhances the values of our life for both the benefit of mankind and the whole society, irrespective of what your background is. And in order to understand how you can use Bhagavad Gita as a life manual to lead your life to the fullest, that's the concept behind life management in Bhagavad Gita. So this is a journey for me as well. I am looking forward to working with your kids, learning from them as much as, trying to guide them and give them the concepts of life management. We consider this as a manual for our life, just like you get manuals to lead, to operate any devices today, right? So anything you buy, you get a manual on how to use. So Bhagavad Gita is a life management manual. Its CEO, as rightly mentioned there, is Lord Krishna. Our help menu is Bhagavad Ramanujacharya. So we follow the philosophy of Ramanujacharya on how to interpret Bhagavad Gita and try to apply that to our life. So I hope this is an exciting new course that we are introducing here in Sewickley. Not all Prajna centers are doing this. So we are very excited to start this as part of the pilot group. So few centers across the country are doing this, and Sewickley is one of the centers. Thank you, Raghu Garu and the Prajna team for giving me this opportunity. I look forward to a very enriching year with your kids.
Thank you so much, Samata Garu.
Jai Srimanarayan. I think most of you are referring my name, but we are all doing this service with the grace of our Swamiji, and we are all equal in this, service. And it's just a matter of, how effectively we help each other. That's what it matters to, bring Swamiji's mission and vision to our communities and neighborhood. We are all doing this together. Thank you very much, all of you, especially for teachers, because without you, we can't do anything. So you guys have been investing hours and time. You're learning and you're developing yourself. You're helping families and children, especially shaping children's career and inculcating with Vedic culture. It's an opportunity for me. Even I feel like I'm blessed to work with you all the time. Okay, and we will continue to learn together in this mission. Jai Srimanarayan.
Jai Srimanarayan. So here we have Samata Garu will be our primary teacher for life management Bhagavad Gita, and Raj Garu will be a secondary teacher for us.
This is module 4 here. Okay.
It's actually more okay.
Yeah, LMIG.
This is not, yeah, LM. Right. So okay. So here we have a newly introduced champion program for this year. So Raghava Garu, can you please explain about this, Andy?
Sure. Jai Srimanarayan. This year, Prajna, especially Pittsburgh area, we have been doing Prajna for last 10 years. And we are into our pretty much 11th year here. But if you look at it, we are assessing and students' evaluation either through oral tests or in sometimes it's a written test. And now since last 2 years, it's kind of online tests to qualify the students for next module. But this is something interesting and fun way of competing with students outside our chapter, meaning national level. There's nothing like a regional level or zonal level. It's a national level Prajna championship for Prajna students, module 1, 2, and 3 this year. And we'll take it to other modules in coming years. But this year, the module 1, 2, and 3 students, this is one of the reasons why we have to consolidate basic and advanced concepts into one. So what will happen is all the students who are part of module 1, they'll be part of the prelims nationwide exam, which is completely online, and followed by semifinals, again another online test. And the last one, which is the phase 3 finals, we call it, it's going to be face-to-face interaction with a committee of national teachers, wherein the students are expected to not just learning slokas, not just learning the stories and its inner meaning, but also come up with an idea, conceptual idea. It can be a project. It can be what you learned out of any of the modules 1, 2, 3. So something innovatively how you can present. So definitely there are several parameters how the format is going to be. But we are still waiting on those details. As I said, we don't have all the details at this moment. But we also keep a separate team of volunteers to help and prepare kids for the national championship. Of course, we would love our kids to be part of that program, and because Pittsburgh is considered as one of the matured center across USA. So we would like to ensure that our kids will are privileged and they'll be part of this. And definitely, probably during the course of this Prajna year, we will share those details with all the parents again one more time, and also students. Again, there is no fee for this. This is championship. This is part of Prajna program, and to prepare kids for this championship, there will be preparatory sessions using our online tools such as Kahoot, and also what is that marker, some other tool we have. I could not recollect that name, benchmarker or something like that. So we pick teachers are going to work with the students and find out, recommend some students for this championship. We didn't even talk to the teachers about this. This is all came just hours ago. Even we came to know. I knew that this program is coming in our way, but it's officially announced just an hour ago across USA. So we are so fortunate to bring it our presentation, so that probably this is the first Jet family or in Prajna here in Pittsburgh to come to know about this new program. I'm very excited and excited to work with all the teachers, parents, and students, and get the championship to Pittsburgh. All right.
Thank you, and just want to clarify. So this championship is different than the regular test that will be conducted as part of Prajna program. So that test will be a common, which will be make sure our kids are learning in detail. So that test is different than this championship program. Okay. So here we have a Telugu class. Srimati Radha Garu second teach Telugu class here, and we have 2 students. Radha Garu, can you please explain like what our kids going to learn, and what would be they can do and after they complete this program?
Sure. Jai Sri Manarayana, Shri Karthik and Shri. Welcome to the Telugu class. In the Telugu, I will first test whether you all know your alphabet, that is Aksharalu. And then I will see your level of expertise in the Vattulu and the Gunintalu and then Vattulu. And based on that, we will have a written practice, as well as we'll be practicing speech skills. That means reading first 2-letter words, then 3-letter words, and then slowly into sentences, vakyalu. And then in between, we will also be teaching some setakalu like Sumati Setakam, Vemana Setakam, and then and also little songs will be taught, just to get the children to be able to pronounce words correctly. And little stories will be also explained to them, and they are also encouraged to write about themselves, read a story, and tell the story in the class to their friends and me. And this is how we develop their conversation skills also. And thank you very much for being part of this Telugu group. Thank you.
Thanks, Radha Garu. So we encourage our kids to register if you are interested to learn Telugu. We encourage everyone, to register. Feel free to register now. We are still accepting new enrollment, so you can enroll Telugu class still. And we will be starting our first tech class from next week onwards. Okay, so here we have another important for our agenda. So math classes. So last year we had in-person classes where it's so easy for us to teach math in person rather than in online class. But this year, due to COVID, we had to look for the options how we effectively we can conduct online class for math. So for that, we have, it took some time for us, to bring that plan. And because of that, initially when we started accepting Prajna registration for 2021, we did not open for registering for math classes. And we had, I think, last month in the mid, we started accepting math registration classes. And I think it did not reach to everyone. So we want to highlight here that we are now started enrolling math classes. So we still open, and you can in Prajna for me, you can like how you do usually for other program enrollment, you can do the same way in Prajna for me for math classes. And we have introduced advanced level of SAT this year. So I like Raghava Garu to talk about the math program we have for our center.
Sure. Jai Sri Manare. First, before that, this year, this year, the Math Olympiad Level 1, Level 2, this is for the students who are interested to take this exam. This is something we have been doing for last couple of years, because the only reason we are doing, either Math Olympiad or in SAT to help our own Prajna kids. That is the main goal here, not to really offer this as an exclusive course for someone who is not in Prajna. I wanted to be very clear and categorical about it, because our kids are coming and investing and learning in our culture and tradition. So we thought they don't need to go somewhere else to, for this purpose. So again, this is an optional program. This is not mandatory. It is whoever is interested, they can register and learn. But the best part is we have very experienced teachers who can really handle these classes, highly experienced. For Math Olympiad, both Madhuji and also our Bhaskar, Sriman Bhaskar, both of them have been teaching for the last 2 years, and they'll continue to teach. And SAT, this year SAT has 2 parts. Basically, there is no limit for teaching here. At the end of the day, this is how students stretch themselves and prepare themselves. It depends on their goals for SAT. But the way we structured this SAT course is typically a student will spend first 1 to 2 years on the foundation, learning, make sure that they are really good with all the concepts that would require to prepare for a test. That is the foundation, we call it. And the other one is prepare somebody who is already mastering the concept and just fill the gaps and keep taking tests. So I have two teachers on the call here. Bhaskar already introduced little earlier, so it's okay. Now I'll let Sriman Madhu to speak and add few points on that. Madhuji.
Okay, Narayan, everyone.
Narayan.
My name is Madhu Mota. I'll be teaching Math Olympiad Advanced and SAT Foundation this year. Like Raghavaji said, we have been running this program for the last few years. So it's an honor and privilege to be part of this program. So if you have any questions, please reach out to me about Math Olympiad and SAT. Jai Sriman.
Jai Shriman. Thank you so much, Madhugaru. And we have advanced level of SAT, which will be more of exam readiness program. So we have a new teacher this year, Shriman Vamsi, will be taking care of exam prep. Vamsi Garu, can you please introduce yourself?
Jai Sriman Narayan. Can you hear to me? Can you hear
Yes,
us?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm very first year for this program and for this community. I'm very thankful to that. And I did my master's in mathematics and master's in computer science from Andhra University back in 1996. And I worked almost 10 years back in India as a math teacher and later moved to, United States. And those 10 years I, taught for BSc mathematics and engineering mathematics in engineering colleges and degree colleges. And also I trained for GATE mathematics. And in those days I was very good in between 96 and 2006. But the last 2-3 years I started math teaching again with my son. So I teach here in America in San Diego for 6th grade to calculus AB. BC still I need some grip. So apart from that, I teach SAT math and SAT subject math. And my goal is to get 800 out of 800 for SAT math. And recently I trained around 20 kids and most of them got I think most of them got 750 plus Sunday. So I need to see how I can do online and how can I do the justice. I need to see that part, and that is the thing. And my father was a math professor and I was trained by my father for fundamentals. That's that's all. Yeah.
Thank you very much. So so here we have our center coordinator. So as you all know, so our JET Pittsburgh is have 3 different centers for Prajna program. So one is the Harry Center and South Fayette and our Sewickley Center, which will be in North Pittsburgh. So we have 3 coordinators for 3 different centers who will be a primary contact for all parents. So Suresh Garu, Shriman Suresh will be Erie, taking care of Erie and South Fayette, Shriman Ravi Garu, and for Sewickley, Shriman Raj Garu will be taking care of the entire center. And I'll be coordinating for all 3 centers for any Prajna programs. I will be coordinating, and we have our overall chapter coordinator who will be working with our national team. So this is Sriman Raghavakar will be doing it, and here we have our chart. So this chart is just to from organization's perspective, and it's not that it's not been structured in a way that what they do. It's about just organization level, but what each and every our volunteer do is it's valued as same as everyone in the organization does. So it's been like equal what we contribute to our organization, but still from organization perspective we need a structure to for maintaining an organization and to have our leadership. And of course, everything, this entire JTUSC organization, it's under the guidance of His Holiness Srimad Chinajira Swami. So under his guidance, so we have JTUSC organization, and Prajna program is a part of JTUSC organization. And for to highlight this Prajna program, it's been more, it's conducting more than, we have more than 100 centers just in US for Prajna alone. Okay, so we have a big team, and all the teachers and the entire JTUSA committee, all teachers, all coordinators, everyone is volunteers. There's no one really, an employee of JTUSA to have this organization. So it's end to end, it's entirely a volunteer organization. So we have our National Prajna Steering Committee, so which will be specifically for JET USA alone, and we have JET USA Organization Committee. So they both will be at the higher level, who will be designing and structuring the program for us. And our center coordinator, Shriman Raghava Garu, will be a coordinator, will be a bridge between our center programs as well as the national committee. And here we have a Prajna coordinator, which will be myself, and Shriman Raj Garu will be a Sewickley Prajna coordinator, so specifically for the Sewickley. And we have Prajna teachers, and this structure will be different for Uri and Southfed. So it's for Eri, this going to be Suresh Garu, and for Southfed is going to be Ravi Garu. Okay, I will. Okay, so now here again another important.
Okay. Sorry, Venkateshan-ji.
Sure.
Just I would like to add one more program here before we go to online stuff. So in addition to the local programs such as the Prajna and math or SCT courses, and also we are talking about national championship, right? Similarly, it's a very powerful program called Sri Vishnu Sahasranama Avadhanam and Srimad Bhagavad Gita Avadhanam. So it's a national program, not specific to any center. So Vishnu Sahasranam is somebody who really mastered and perfected the pronunciation or memorized to the greater extent. They'll be trained exclusively on this program. What they do in that program is, okay, if you talk about a sloka number 23, they should be able to quickly recite that sloka. And if you say some other sloka, and they should be able to tell the number. Similarly, okay, now starting from sloka 7, skip 3, meanings just do sloka 7, sloka 10, sloka 13, and so on. Likewise, the students are really mastered back and forth. It really explains that level of memory that kids have. So same is the concept for Bhagavad Gita, which is close to 700 slokas. So we have those two programs are going at the national level. So we highly encourage, if you think your student, your son or daughter is interested in such programs, they can register directly online. And last year, I wish we could have shown that video file, how they have conducted, mastered, or displayed their skills in front of Swamiji over a Zoom session just last month. We forgot to include it, but those are the two other avenues we have today. Again, if any of the parents or students are interested, if they would like to know more about those programs, what to register, when to register, you can contact Sriman Raj directly or any one of our teachers. We can definitely help you on that. We forgot to include in our presentation today. Thank you. Jai Srimanarayan. Sorry to stop it because we are going on to pretty much wrapped up our presentations. I wanted to at least mention here.
No problem, Jai Shrimanarayana. Thank you. So yeah, so unlike last year, so this year we have all our classes in online. So we have listed, we carefully, uh, think, what would be needed, what is really expected from students for online class etiquette. So we have listed a few. So we want students to be on time, and and please be prepared. So whatever the assignment is being given to you, and whatever homework is being given to you, please complete it on time, and please be prepared with that, and please be on time for online class. I request parents, to teach us, kids to how they can navigate through the. So it's the entirely this year our classes will be in MS Teams. So make them use of MS Teams, as much as they can. They can, how they can navigate through different screens, how they can mute, unmute themselves. We would, we would like to, our parents teach our students, and this is more important. We want our kids always enable the video, and not to use any mobile or tab. It would be more helpful if they can use a laptop or a PC or computer, and please use headphone with a mic. Okay, so the reason why we are saying that we use headphone is there are sometimes when we enable speaker rather than using a headphone, we may tend to hear echo. So which means you may have to mute yourself unless you are not talking. So we don't want that to be happening. So we would like our students to use headphones. It can be wired or wireless, but please use headphones, and please stay on one spot, not like you take your laptop in your hand and not walking around the house. Don't do that. Please sit in one place and please be focused in the class and eliminate the distractions. Okay. And we encourage our students to raise, either they can raise their hand in the video or they can just click a button that's there in the integrated with MS Teams. So they can click that so that teachers will get a pop-up, and whenever students have any questions or when student wants to interrupt anything. And please have the books handy, not like you joined and then when we ask for the book and then okay, I have to get it, and you don't do that. Please keep everything ready on your table before you join the class. And yes, of course, please remember this is a school, so there are some etiquettes that you will need to follow, and please do that. All right. Okay. So this is again an important thing. What is expected from parents, for our Prajna program? So first thing is the motivation always starts at home. So motivate your kids. Please ensure you are knowing what they are learning and what they are progressing, and please make sure they complete their assignments or any kind of project work or homework we give them. Please make sure they are completing it, and don't so just be a kind of guide. Don't help them to do it, but just be a guide. And the expectation is let them learn. When we are giving an assignment, let them learn by doing it. That's what the expectation is. So don't help them, so just be a guide, how they can complete it. And try to help our kids, how they can, if they face any problem, please be available, because since it's a remote class, so we have some limitations, how far we can help our kids for in meeting tools. So please be available if they have any problem, in connecting to the meeting. Please be available to help for our kids. And this is more important. Please encourage our kids to practice what they learn. Okay, so the main that is the main focus for Prajna. So make them to pray, do prayer, puja, and we suggest all kids after they take bath in the morning, make them have something tilakam or something on their forehead, and make them to do prayer. Okay, they can chant whatever they learn in their classes, they can chant, sit in front of the puja room in front of God, and make them to chant, make that as a practice. That because the knowledge of the Supreme will give the knowledge in everything. Okay, so that's what the Veda says. So we want our kids to practice that. That will be a kind of moral value for them. And also we have Bhakti Nivedana magazine, which is a monthly magazine. So we encourage our kids to read that, because that's more of picture oriented, and it talks about Purana, Sastrams, everything. So festivals, practices, and everything. So which is more relevant for our Prajna syllabus. So make them to learn about it. We please encourage them to ask questions from that Bhakti Nivedana. They can always reach out to our teachers for any questions they have from Bhakti Nivedana. And we have exclusive question answer sessions also from His Holiness. So we are encouraged to write questions, and we can get answers directly from His Holiness for in Bhakti Nivedana. And also we have Prajna for Me tool, which will be used for communication. So please do use Prajna for Me tool to see any communication. Of course, whenever you have we send a communication to Prajna for Me, you will get an email for the registered email IDs. But still, if you want to go and see the history of communication, you can just log in and you can see the history of communication. At last, we will have a small 2-minute session, how to do that. And we have other JET programs, JET events, which conducted within our chapter. So we encourage our parents to be part of our program, and we encourage our students to be part of program, so that they can learn and they can collaborate with everyone, and that will be making sure they practice what they learn. So that's the reason we want everyone to be a part of the JET events. And another important point I want to highlight is, and this is something that we keep on insist to our students even last year as well. So please have tilakam or bindi in the forehead. Don't leave a forehead blank and don't join the class as it is. Please take bath in the morning before you join the class, and please have tilakam or bindi. So in forehead, as per your practice, whatever you can have the same way in forehead, and please be available in our class. So any questions on this so far?
Yeah, it's a lot to digest.
Okay, here we have so how the test going to be happening, and how the certificate will be distributed after the completion, of course. So the test is being designed 2 times in a year. So it will be a half-yearly test, and it will be a final test. The half-yearly test will be the first half of the syllabus, what they learn in the first half of the year, and the final test will be covering the second part of the syllabus as well as the first, which means the whole syllabus will be connected as a single test, as a final test. So that will be a final test, which will be deciding how our kids are doing. So the reason why it's not in a perception to evaluate the students. So this test actually focus them to encourage them a detailed learning. So that's the whole purpose of the test, because it's not just they just see, they just learn, and they just leave it. It's not in that way. So we want to focus much detailed for the students. So how far they are detailedly learning this in our Prajna syllabus, that is where we are focusing. That's the main purpose of this test. And after they complete the test, you will be able to receive a course completion certificate. It may not be automatically done in the system. The tool, once they complete, is not going to be distributed that way, but we will be sending out a completion certificate after the Prajna year we have. So this test completely online will be in Prajna for Me. There is exclusive tool, that's the end-to-end tool we have, Prajna for Me. So in that, our kids have to log in and they have to take our test. So we will be updating how the test will be, taken care of, the procedure to login and all those details. Okay, so this again a new we have introduced a new tool which it will be integrated with MS Teams, the meeting tools. So we have Kahoot Play. Again, this is to enable fun-based learning. Okay, so we had recently had Srimad Bhagavatam program for our center. So this is not a part of Prajna program, but this is part of our JET program, Srimad Bhagavatam, stories from Bhagavatam. So which is exclusive for kids, which kind of we had that as a nighttime stories. We had we start our class at 7:30 and we finish at 9 p.m. So we do Kahoot every day for that. Okay, so we are amazed with the answers our kids. We actually have to spend more time on getting a tough questions because kids are wonderful in a way that they answer more than what we expect. So they are very keen in observing. They are very keen in understanding. They're more focused on detailed information. So that's the reason why we are planning to introduce Kahoot this year. So this is not launched yet. We still have our National Prajna team is listing the questions. They'll be designing the Kahoot questions. We expect to have this Kahoot Play integrated into our Prajna by next quarter. That's the expectation. So that will be helpful for kids to focus a detailed learning and they can happily enjoy the Prajna class at the end with the Kahoot Play.
Yeah.
Right. So yes.
Okay, Venkatesh, one more. Again, it's forgot in the item. So a little earlier, I did mention about national level program for Vishnu Sahasranam Avadhanam and Srimad Bhagavad Gita Avadhanam. Two teachers from our center, they're actually contributing for the last 2 months. They are helping kids 2 times a week. It's like 2 classes a week, each about 1.5 hours, which is Srimati Swapna and also Srimati Anuradha. Both of them are actually contributing for a national program from our center. I think we should take credit that we are not only serving our local communities, but also helping our national teams in providing our expertise. So thanks again. It's an opportunity to thank both of them, and probably they should be able to provide more insight into what that program is about. Probably if any one of them are on call, please come up onto the screen and maybe quick introduction or provide your maybe insight into that program.
Sure, Raghav. So can we have Anugaru or Swapnagaru to talk about the program? Please introduce yourself and please talk about the program. Anugaru? Right, okay. So maybe they're not here. Okay, that's fine.
Swapna, are you on the call?
Okay, we have Anugaru here. Okay. Jai Shri Manarayana Anugaru, please introduce yourself and please let us know about the national program that you're doing.
Yeah. So I'm Anuradha and I've been with Prajna for a pretty long time. I believe it's been some 7 years now. I've been a Prajna teacher every year, and this year also I'm kind of Prajna teacher, but me and Swapna are helping some kids prepare for Vishnu Sahasranam Avadhanam. Some of the kids actually are pretty new to Vishnu Sahasranamam there, and some of them know a little bit. And we are taking it up from there. First, we taught the Vishnu Sahasranamam, and then now we are preparing them for Avadhanam. So there are some techniques through which we can actually prepare for Avadhanam. For those of you who don't know what Avadhanam is, so for the Vishnu Sahasranamam with 108 shlokas in there, they should be able to tell.
Srivatsana உன்னோட இந்த group இருக்கு இல்லையா அந்த குரூப்ல சில பேரை ஆட் பண்ணல.
Okay, I thought they were talking to me. Sorry. So for the avadhanam, the students, they should be able to, if you give them the shloka number, they should be able to tell, say the shloka. And if we tell the shloka, they should be able to tell the number of the shloka. And in any order that you ask for the shlokas, they should be able to tell. For example, they should be able to tell from shloka number 30 until 20 in descending order, or tell the shlokas in even number of shlokas, one after one. So for that, that's a pretty difficult task, it seems like, but children are so smart. When you introduce them to these kind of techniques when they are young, it really works for them. They are able to do it. And we were very proud. We were actually surprised at the enthusiasm that they were showing, and the fact that they were able to do it. So it's a great experience teaching them the avadhanam techniques for the Vishnu Sahasranamam. So in future, if any of you kids, your kids are interested, you can participate. I believe this happens every year, or once in a few years. So think about it. And yeah, it's great. Actually, it's volunteering itself is a divine, and in this case, in the name of God, when we volunteer, it's a great experience. It's very self-satisfying, and I'm glad to be part of Prajna family, and I thank you all for giving me this opportunity to be part of the Prajna family. Thank you.
Thanks, Anika. Thanks for sharing. So we have Swapna Garu in the call. Okay, that's fine. All right. So now we have volunteering opportunity. So consider, so this JET USA is entirely end-to-end volunteers. Okay, there's no anyone really paid, anyone to be a employee of JET USA. So we have, just for Prajna, we have 100 centers. So 100 centers will have multiple teachers, multiple coordinators, and it's not just simple as it is. So we have a exclusive syllabus designed each module. So books is being framed in a way useful to kids, and a lot of workbooks is being designed, and there is multiple tests being conducted. There is a Prajna for Me tool. So there is this is just for Prajna, and like this, JET USA is doing multiple programs, and there is national level multiple programs is being conducted. So all of these, it's like a lot of effort is being involved, and it's actually an immense effort from the entire volunteers of JET USA. So we encourage anyone to come forward. So based on our expertise, we have different way how you can volunteer. It's not that you have to volunteer only in Prajna. So there is a multiple way how we want extend our volunteership to multiple people. So we encourage everyone to be a part of this JET, and we want to encourage everyone to be a part of our volunteer opportunities. So please feel free to contact one of our coordinators. You can reach out to Raj Karu or me or Raghav anytime. And please feel free if you are interested for any volunteership. We are always encourage everyone to be a volunteer. And another important information is we have whatever the volunteer hours that you spend. So it's been recognized by USA, and you are eligible for the President's Volunteer Service Award as well. So, and many centers encourage youth to do that, because that's a kind of added value for their college admissions. So we encourage even youths to come forward to have volunteer opportunities to do volunteership. And here we talk about Bhakti Nivedana. This is a monthly magazine. So this is again an optional subscription. It's not a mandatory subscription along with Prajna. It's an optional subscription. We want to show this bring this Bhakti Nivedana because this is more useful for our Prajna kids to even more learn, because when they learn Prajna, it will be a kind of prescribed syllabus which they learn, where there is a limit for them, to learn only that. Whereas Bhakti Nivedana, it's actually covered them the entire our Vedic heritage. It will be a lot of Puranas, a lot of Sastrams will be there. So it talks about entirely our Vedic heritage. So we encourage our students to subscribe for this Bhakti Nivedana, and of course this is an optional subscription. There's no, it's not a mandatory subscription, but we encourage everyone to subscribe, and it's more of pictorial stories you will be reading. So it will be more interested, more focused for kids. And we have two type of subscription here. One will be a printed subscription where it will be mailed to you, and as well as you will have a digital copy. If at all you lose that printed version, you will have a digital copy. And if not, you don't want to have that, then you can actually have just a digital version as well, not as a printed, but you have a digital version where you can log in and you can see the previous magazines also, and you can have access to 1 year of magazines, and you can make use of that. And yeah, this is we have an sister organization of JET USA. Of course, this is also under guidance of our His Holiness Chinnajiya Swamiji. So this is a bigger organization again across USA, and it's not just in USA; it's across the world. So there is a lot of volunteers. There's been program is being conducted by VT Seva across USA. So this is more focused on how we can volunteer, how we can serve our community. It's not just what we take from the society. It's about what we give back to the society. So we recently started VT Seva program, and we have Shriman Praveen Garu, who is president for our VT Seva Pittsburgh program. So we encourage so this is focused on non-religious activities, service activities. So whereas JET USA is focused on religious service activities, whereas VT Seva is focused on non-religious service activities. So if you are interested in to be a part of this VT Seva, you can always reach us. Raghava Garu, we have. Do you want to add anything for VT Seva, Andy?
Yeah, sure. I know we are a little longer. We'll try to wrap it up. I'll also leave some time for any questions. Meanwhile, if any one of you have any questions, you can always use our WhatsApp groups or chat message here. We will certainly get back to you, maybe by end of today. And coming to VT Seva, Sriman Praveen Bhandari, he is the branch director in Pittsburgh area. He's already conducted 2 programs, kind of online education, because due to COVID, we are not reaching out to communities and doing service in a public setup. But he raised a fund, and I think close to $1,000, and he donated it to local orphan houses here. That's what is going on in the group. But that group is going to be very, very active in coming years, and they have plans to expand the program, clean up maybe some Franklin Park area and a few other areas. They are in touch with local municipalities already to get to see what exactly the avenues we have to support our community around. So all the kids, it's not just for kids. VT Seva is for all. It's for kids and teachers like us and parents like you. All can be part of that program. If you see that you have a passion for it, for volunteering, you have a passion to do something for the society around us, please reach out to Praveen. He can certainly explain you what exactly he's doing now and what is the plan, so that you can definitely contribute from your end.
And we have a page specifically for website specifically for Pittsburgh. You can go to this URL and you can get contact information as well.
Yeah.
Thanks, Raghav.
Sure.
Venkatesh, about the books.
Yes, and thanks for reminding about that. Yeah, I think we don't have a slide for that. Okay, so books. So you will get an update how to get the book. So unlike last year, we have in-person class. So when we have the first day of the class, we distribute the books. So this year we have a plan that how to collect. So you will be receiving in your module WhatsApp groups, in your subject matter WhatsApp groups, a message from teacher that how you can collect the books and where to collect. Again, the books is for the new students who is moved into a new module. So it's any students who is continuing the same module, there won't be any books for them. But anyone who get into a new module this year, they will be receiving books, and you will be receiving a message in our WhatsApp group how you can collect the books.
Yeah. And yeah, get in touch with your class teachers. They'll you have to collect books from your teacher. Please talk to your teachers and check your group, and that is the easiest way for you. I think we should be able to give you books before our next class.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. All right. Let's move on. So
okay,
you are
so
not
now we
sharing
have
the
an
screen.
ending prayer.
You are not sharing any screen now. Okay.
Oh, I thought I'm sharing it. Okay, I think it got disconnected. Maybe. I'm sorry.
No, that's okay.
Okay, actually, okay. Let me bring it. Okay, so now we are open for any questions from parents.
Excuse me?
Yes.
Yeah, is there SAT English this year?
Raghava Garu, can you
Yes.
please?
No, on the SAT, we are only focusing on math this year.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, sure.
Can we register language class now? Telugu.
Sorry, can you come back to the question?
We want to register language class for my daughter.
Yes, you can. Yes, you can do, and definitely you can. If you are already registered for the Prajna, you can enroll a language class by logging into the Prajna for me. You can enroll from there.
Yeah, all you have to do is just log in with your profile, whatever you had earlier, and select the course and click enroll. That's pretty much it.
Thank you.
Yeah, and any one of you, can do the same thing for either Math Olympiad level 1, level 2, or SAT or Telugu. You can certainly do that. The sooner you do is better, so that we don't miss any classes.
Yes, and also we have our Tamil classes also enabled for registration. So anyone is interested to register for Tamil class, please register for that as well.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we have an ending pair, but before that, I want to remind everyone. So after this meeting, after we close this meeting, so there is in our WhatsApp group. So there is a link in the description that link takes you to a meeting room of our class. Okay, so we want everyone to have a dry run today, so that we don't have any issues when we start our class next week. So you can, if you have any questions, you can reach out to individual teachers, or you can reach us. We already there. Everyone in the WhatsApp group. You can post any questions if you have any problems in connecting. But the links are available in your WhatsApp group with the description in the WhatsApp group. So I hope everyone is be a part of that WhatsApp group. Is there anyone who did not a part of that WhatsApp group for our modules?
Hi Andy, this is Shweta. I'm still not sure which class Gauri is in.
Okay, can I have a Gauri full name, Andy?
No.
Which module Gauri was last year?
She was in module 1 basic. She did her Prajna classes in South Fayette, and we moved to North Side this year.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm just checking. I'm checking with Raghav Garu.
Okay.
This is the recent. This admission got transferred from South Fayette to here.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll put you into the right class. Don't worry about it. We need you to do some internal transfer. That's all.
Okay, thank you.
After we do, we will let you know.
We'll let you. Yeah.
Hi, this is Krishna. We didn't get added to the WhatsApp group either.
So what kid is listed for the module class when we displayed only?
Krishna Garu, I think is it Viswa?
Yeah, Vishwa. Yeah, he just got added. So
yeah, you are added, Andy.
Okay, thank you. Yeah.
Sure.
Great.
Okay, Andy. So any questions, anyone, before we wrap up with prayer? And okay, all right. Agni Naya Supataraye Asman Viswani Deva Vayunani Vidwan Yuyodhyasmatjuhuranamenaha Bhuishtante Namavuktim Vidhema Om Purnamidam Purnamadaha Purnat
Purnamudachyate
Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate Om Namah Paramarshibhyo Namah Paramarshibhyaha Om Namah Paramarshibhyo Namah Paramarshibhyaha Om Asmadgurubhyo Namah Jai Srimanarayana. Meditation, you keep this session open for a few more minutes. If anyone have any questions or if they need some help to get into their room, we can help.
Sure.
Lakesh.